Sorry about that, folks. Welcome. I really am here now. That was a practice round. I wonder why you were ignoring me, Gulshan. So welcome, I'm Lynn, and in the screen up above that you can see is Gulshan. So both of us today will be presenting an opportunity for you to meditate more. Our meditation we describe as thoughtless awareness, so that gap between the thoughts, which we want to expand. Hi, Denise, nice to see you. So feel free, everyone, to interact just now and then again at the end. So while we're doing our actual meditation, we'll go off video and mute ourselves. But as we have promised interactive, we definitely can interact now and at the end also. So even if you're on YouTube, feel free to put a comment in the chat spot there, because I believe that's also enabled. So what we're doing with these first 7 days is we're really trying to consolidate our self-realization. So self-realization, as we mentioned, well, as I mentioned in the previous couple of days, is where we literally realize our self and our own evolution into a spiritual being. So we're at the stage currently where we're at the brain, where we've got the culmination of our past and our future pressing on our brain and really making a life in times, in places. If you certainly look at the news or social media, it definitely feels like it's a chaotic place at the moment. So the only way is up, and becoming a spiritual being and connecting with the next stage of our evolution. And surprisingly, it's all built within us. We shared a slide yesterday, which I'll share again, hopefully, which shows us our subtle system and our series of chakras that we have, and our channels where we operate. So the different chakras up to 7, which is where we're going above our brain here, are the different stages of our evolution. And now, as I mentioned, we're at the brain, the 6th center, where no one's forgiving anyone. We're all upset about everything. Anyway, we want to slip through all those thoughts and get into thoughtless awareness. The 3 channels, of course, that we operate in are the future, a yellow channel, the past, the blue channel, and the central channel, which is our channel of evolution, where we're going to today. We will revise giving ourselves our self-realization with the affirmations that we take. So we're going to, again, place our hand on the various channels on the left side of our body. We'll use our right hand of action. We'll be placing our hand at our heart, at our stomach area, the upper part of our stomach, at the hip area, just on the left there where the body and the leg join. We'll come back up to the stomach again. We'll come up to the heart. We'll go to the neck. We'll turn our head to the right so we can grab that left side of our neck and shoulder area. That's an important energy center that we'll want to clear. We'll go to our forehead, and then the place where we want to be in thoughtless awareness between the thoughts, up here at the fontanelle bone area. If you bring your head forward a little bit and place the center of your palm right on the center of the top of your head, that's the spot. And we'll massage it a bit by moving our scalp. And then we'll ask for our self-realization to be strengthened, or to be to have our self-realization if we haven't actually done this before. So you've joined at a good time if it's your first time, and certainly you've joined at a good time if it's your second or third time. So we want to consolidate that feeling of self-realization. And the reason we're doing it every day is that by the end of the first 7 days, we want to be feeling that thoughtless awareness. So the focus is on feeling, and we also want to be feeling in our hands. So once we have that self-realization experience, we start to feel the state of our own being. Now that's because we're awakening our Mother Nature energy, called in Sanskrit the Kundalini, and she goes up first of all and gives us that peace from our thinking, and then she'll go down and nourish any of our chakras, our energy centers that need some nourishing. Now that activity, we can feel it in our hands. So each of our chakras, our energy centers, are represented on the fingers and on the palm. For the first one here, the second one here is our Swadhisthana that we're going to focus on a bit today. We'll also try and focus on a bit the Nabi, which is the stomach, which is felt on these fingers, brain center in these fingers, and the heart on these little fingers here. The Sahasrara, the top center, where we'll experience our meditation, is in the palm. So that's why we're placing that palm on the top of our head. other interesting fact is that all of our energy centers, our chakras, are represented not only on our hands, but also on our head. So you can start to feel everything everywhere. So you may initially just feel a feeling of relaxation or peacefulness inside yourself. Then you'll start to feel on your hands, and then you may even feel on your head itself, because all of those chakras also have a seat in that Sahasrara, which is a Sanskrit word for 1,000, and it's 1,000 nerves are there in our brain physiologically, and there's the 1,000-petal lotus of all the qualities and things we're yet to experience after we spend a decent amount of time in our Sahasrara. So hopefully we get there by the end of the 7 days, and then we'll progress onto actually techniques for clearing any blockages or any pressure we're feeling on any of our chakras. And then hopefully the next 7 days really growing and deepening our experience. So if you have any questions or anything you want to share or ask, please do so either in the chat line, or again at the end we can unmute and unvideo again. But any moment, please put it in the chat, or if suddenly you can't hear me, or I've put on a wrong screen and you can't actually see me, also feel free to say that. As we're technological wizards, I'm sure you've got that idea already. So without much more blah, 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 let's get on to the first meditation. We will go through the affirmations, asking those deep and meaningful questions to ourselves, our deeper spiritual selves, and then we'll try to get there into the thoughtless state. So just sitting comfortably, shoes off, glasses off, feet on the ground, or if you're seated on the ground, obviously your two hands can then just be open in your lap. So let's have our two hands open in our lap. We can just close our eyes for a minute and just be aware of our breathing. And that'll just take our attention inside, away from everything outside. So this is your moment, your time. Just try not to worry about anything else, either that you need to do later or that you've done previously. So we want to come into the present moment. And now let's bring our right hand on our heart, on the left-hand side there. I'm just going to ask the question to our higher spiritual self. Who am I? And coming down to the upper part of our stomach, just under the rib cage there, we'll ask the question that am I my own master? Am I my own guru? And then down to the center of our knowledge about ourselves, and where resides our mothering Kundalini energy, the energy of Mother Nature that we all have coiled up in the sacrum bone. So we're going to ask our mothering energy, Mother, please awaken the pure knowledge of myself. Please give me the pure desire to connect to my spirit. And please awaken and take me to the area where I can connect with that all-pervading energy the energy of Mother Nature all around us. Please give me the pure knowledge, the truth about myself. Please awaken. So she is your mother, and she just wants to look after you and love you. So with that attitude of connection with our true mothering spirit, let's now go up through all of the chakra centers, energy centers, and just make the affirmation that will really clear the space for our mothering energy to rise up. So here at the upper part of the stomach, let's affirm we have that knowledge, so we are our own teacher. So just affirm to yourself, inside yourself, I am my own master. I am my own guru. So it's not ego, it's the truth. I am my own master. So you just have to trust yourself that you will feel on your hands, in your body, the truth at any moment, for any decision. And it'll be for your benevolence, whatever you feel. I am my own master, which is exciting. Now let's come up to the heart on the left-hand side. And this is where our spirit resides. And that's what I am. I am the pure spirit. So this is the eternal part of our nature. It's always there. I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. And that's a comforting thought, actually. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not my actions. I am the pure spirit. Let's go up to the energy center at the neck. This is our collective consciousness here. Collective with ourselves, all of our chakras, our energy centers, and with the world. But what holds us back and constricts this center is if we feel guilty about things. So obviously we will judge ourselves, but we don't have to feel bad about it because we're the spirit. So we treat ourselves like a child and identify with our mothering energy. Let's take out any guilt by saying to ourselves, I'm not guilty. Mother, I'm not guilty. Say that quite a number of times. So we can be a good person without feeling guilty about everything. It's a habit that we all have, unfortunately. So let's clear it out. I'm not guilty. I'm the spirit. Just by saying it, it'll go actually. Mother, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. A couple more times. I'm not guilty. Just squeezing that area quite firmly. Just loosening up any stress of feeling guilty that we have there. I'm not guilty. Now let's come up to the brain center. Just resting your forehead in the palm of your hand. Give it a little rest. And here, this center is cleared by forgiving. So it doesn't matter what anyone has done to us. Just forgive. In general, without thinking of anything in particular. I forgive. Mother, I forgive. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. And from the reverse, from behind, tilting our head back, resting our head in the palm of the hand from the reverse side. And here we can really take anything out that we're feeling guilty about also by saying, Mother, if I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. If I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. And let's come up to the Sahasrara now. Stretching your fingers out, place the palm of your hand on the very center of the top of your head, pushing it down a little bit, rotating it in a clockwise direction. Imagining if that was a clock face there on the fontanelle area of the top of your head, and just rotating it, massaging it, and desiring from your heart, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization, my connection with the all-pervading energy of divinity, really, of Mother Nature. Please give me my connection. Please strengthen my connection. And then just raising the hand up, should start to feel a flow of vibrations, very subtle, very gentle. Might be close, it might be further away, might be warm, or it might be cool. Ultimately, it will cool down, but as it's clearing any obstacles, it may be a bit warm. And let's feel it with the other hand as well, left hand. Sometimes you can only feel initially with one hand if one of your channels is a little bit too heated up. And it might be close and it might be far away. So just check. So the goal is you want to be able to feel it. It's a great feeling when you can feel it. Gives you that comforting feeling. You know it's there and you can feel it there. Just keeping your attention up there where you were trying to feel. Even just with your attention, you should start to feel something flowing on the top of your head. As that Mother Nature energy starts to push through and connect with the energy all around. Just share a bit of music with you and try to keep your attention up there on top of your head, even as though you're listening to the music through the Sahasrara. Slowly opening your eyes, I've entered a little more, not as subtly as I would have liked. Let's conclude this first part of our meditation by doing the short form raising of our Kundalini and Bandhan, the sequence we've learnt so far. Let's do it again, which is raising our left hand, right hand winding around. 3 times for each channel. First time we'll tie 1 knot. Second time we'll tie 2 knots. We really want to keep our attention up above that thinking brain. And third time, 3 knots. And with those lovely vibrations that we're starting to feel, we'll, from the left side with our right hand, we're going over our entire body, over our whole subtle system, protecting ourselves from any stray thoughts from anywhere else coming in and disturbing us. As you're more subtle and attuned to what's happening beyond just the physical. So you want to keep it nice and vibrated and in balance. So we will have done 7 times over and back. I'm guessing it's 7 because Gulshan's finished. What I will do is play, we've got a short video of Srimataji talking about the second energy center, the Swadhisthana center, which is got a lot of things to do. And if we make it busy with replacing fat cells for the brain, it can't do anything else, which is look after our liver and all of the organs around the hip area. Also our Nabi center, the one above that, which Gulshan will probably talk to us a little bit about that in a minute after the video, but that's also the center of our peace and satisfaction. So both those energy centers get disturbed by thinking too much. So in the meantime, let's hear Srimataji telling us about that. Srimataji, of course, is the founder of Sahaja Yoga, which means spontaneous yoga. Spontaneously, our Kundalini gets awakened and takes us to that next stage of our evolution. So that's a big thing she's founded for us and taught us how to do it and how to pass it on to others. So a wealth of knowledge there. She's passed away now, but she's made so many videos and traveled the world teaching everyone how to get into this next stage of evolution. So an important person. So without chatting too much more, let me now share with you that video. It's just short, and then Gulshan will take us through our second meditation, where we try and deepen that experience of thoughtlessness.
So this center, that is what we call the Swadhisthana center, is a center that gives you your future energy, to think of your future, your planning, which gives you energy to bring forth the manifestation of the physical labor or physical exercise or physical work. This poor center has to work for one work, to convert the fat for the use of the brain. Now, if one center which has to do many other things starts doing only one work, all other things are neglected. As a result of that, you develop problems because it has to cater to your liver, to your pancreas, to your kidneys, to your spleen. And once it goes into action for one channelized work, it gets programmed for it. And then it cannot take care of these things. That's how you develop a bad liver. You develop a diabetes, kidney trouble, blood pressures. Also, you develop a very serious disease called blood cancer. Now, Sahaja Yoga can cure all these troubles. It's only physical. But it can cure even physical troubles, because if this center is brought to its normal behavior, if it is made to behave in a very normal way, you can easily cure all such diseases which come out of your overactivity, overthinking, over-imaginativeness. It's a very dangerous thing to always think about the future. For example, now we are here sitting down, we should be comfortably sitting down and talking to each other. Instead of that, now we are thinking, what am I going to go do tomorrow, or what am I going to do when I go home, how am I going to cook, what am I going to eat, or how I'm going to take my train. All these futuristic behaviors lead you to a very funny personality. You become so futuristic that you forget the past. I met a gentleman who forgot even his own name. He forgot the name of his father, he forgot the name of his mother, and also, to the dismay of his wife, her name. And she started crying. She said, now what to do? He's forgotten everything. Now he is in a futuristic area. He just knows the future. Then he was to be pushed back again into the center. Then gradually he started remembering. Then he told me that he's chairman of one of the councils of a big district place in India. And he said, he was. He said, no, I am. I said, that's good. That's better. Now you are in that state where you say, I am. So this is what happens, and this is what's going to happen to our societies here, which is very futuristic. So to cut it down, one can try anything. You may try anything. For example, you may show pictures of the past and things like that, but that is not going to bring back the horse. It's running very fast. The only thing that can work it out is the awakening of the Kundalini. When the Kundalini awakens itself, she makes the center enlightened, and the center itself resumes its normal shape, its normal behavior, and its normal condition. Apart from that, it has got a dynamic power or manifestation that this one, this center which looks after our attention, becomes enlightened, and our attention becomes enlightened, and the attention which is enlightened becomes dynamic. In the sense now, sitting down here, you can pay attention to anyone, just pay attention. You don't have to do anything. Just pay attention to that person, and you can find out on your fingertips what's the matter with the person. Thousands of miles he may be. When Nixon was having trouble, suddenly, I don't know, I said, find out about Nixon, how is he? And they said, Ma, he's in a terrible mess. Christ has said, your hands will speak. That's the time has come. These hands, which look so simple, but they are so intricate and so intricately built that the nerve endings are so microscopic that we cannot understand how much they can tell us, how far they can go. When the awakening takes place, you start feeling the vibrations around you, the all-pervading power which you have never felt before, through these fingertips which we neglect, we misuse them, we use them for wrong things. These fingertips themselves get enlightened, and you start feeling them. That's what I said, that you have to get your awareness, which is enlightened. It's the awareness which has to manifest. And that's how you start feeling them on your fingers. It's wrong here, it's wrong there. You can see where is the problem. Now all these are related to your centers. These are 5, 6 and 7. 7 on the left and 7 on the right. So this is about your emotional side, and this is about your right. About your physical and your rational, or you can say mental side. So you can make out a person how he is by just knowing whether you are getting heat from that person, whether you are getting burning from that person, whether they are getting numb, whether they are becoming heavy. And a rapport is established with the all-pervading power which informs you, get the messages. And the messages are so correct that even if you have 10 children who are realized souls, there are many children these days are born as realized souls. We don't understand children these days, but these days they are great children, and they are born today because the time has come. This is the time of judgment time. This is the time of resurrection. This is the time about which people have described in all the scriptures.
So we'll just hand over to Gulshan now, and I will spotlight Gulshan for everyone. Thank you, Gulshan.
Thank you, Lynn. Well, so Srimataji very graciously gave us our realization, and she awakened the mothering energy within us. And now it's for us to keep that energy and the energy centers within us clean, and also be able to replenish them. And that's a very easy way, and that's something you could do every day if you can, 5 minutes in the morning or evening. And we'll do that right now, so it's easy for you to follow at home. So again, as Lynn mentioned, raising a Kundalini and placing ourselves in Bandhan. So the left hand comes in front of us, and the right hand rotates in a clockwise direction. We bring it up to the top, and we tie a knot. And we will do that 3 times. Second time, 2 knots. And the third time, 3 knots. And then we place our bandhan. So starting from the left with your right hand over the top of your head to the right and back. That's 1. And we do that 7 times. And it's a good idea to bring your hand over the top of your head when we do that. So it's covering all our chakras. So when you do this clear out or this cleansing process, it's good to take your shoes off if you can. And as we're approaching the warmer times, it's nice to be able to sit on the grass if you can. And so just be very comfortable. And the idea is, it's very simple, and the idea is to just release the negative energy that we pick up during the day with our colleagues, or the circumstances or situations that we find ourselves in. And also the extreme characteristic personality traits within us that take us away from balance. So the idea is to come back into balance. So the first one is left hand in your lap, and the right hand, you just drop it towards the earth. So we do use the elements to help us cleanse. So right hand dropped towards the earth, and you can close your eyes if you wish. And that just helps us to bring our attention inside. And just watch our breathing. And now we ask the mothering energy within us, the Kundalini. She is our mother. And she's been waiting to help us and guide us and look after us, nurture us. So we just ask Mother Energy Kundalini to please take away all the excessive lethargy, darkness, heaviness, all my weaknesses from the left side, the left channel. Mother Kundalini, please release them into the earth through the right hand. Mother Kundalini, please cleanse the chakras in my left channel. Please replenish and repair my left channel. Please let me be in balance. And it doesn't have to be a very long process, just a couple of minutes, but as long as you can do that every day, that's a really good start. And now to clear our right side, the right hand comes up, open in your lap, and the left hand, we just face it towards the sky from my elbow. And here we ask the mothering energy again to please take away all the excessive heat, all my worries, all my fears, all my overplanning, all the overthinking, all those extreme qualities that I tend to find myself in during the day. Please take away all those extreme qualities from the right side that take me away from the balance state. Please take away all my worries and my thinking that attacks my attention and burdens my attention. So at this point, the heat or the excessive personalities that we find ourselves in, the traits, they are being released into the air through the left hand. So it's a bit like a funnel that's taking away all the excessive energy from our right side into the air. And you may just notice a little bit of the change that starts to happen in your right hand. The fingertips that you may have noticed were tingly or heated, or the palm of your hand, which may have felt a little bit of heat in it, starts to cool down. So it's as simple as that. And that's what Shri Mataji wanted this to be, very simple and easy to use. But it is for us to put it into application, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just very easy to do it. So left hand comes back down, palm up in our lap. And eyes still closed. We just ask the mothering energy to please give me balance or vibrations in both my channels and in both my hands. Mother Kundalini, please take away all the thoughts from my head. And if you do feel heaviness on your forehead, what we could do is just place our right hand, as we did earlier with Lynn. Just place your right hand on your forehead. And we can say a couple of times, I forgive everyone. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. And now the most important one, if you just stretch your hand, place your palm of your right hand on the top of your head on the fontanelle bone area, which is a connection with the cosmic energy. Just apply a little bit of pressure. We ask Mother Kundalini to please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please rise and take me away from the thoughts that harass me. Please let me feel the silence between my thoughts. Keeping your attention on top of your head, you can bring your right hand back onto your lap and just watch that space on top of your head, which is the seventh energy center, the chakra, the seventh chakra called the Sahasrara, on top of our head. And this is where we feel the silence, where you're not thinking. Your thoughts stop. And that's what gives you that relaxation and brings you into the present. Just keeping our attention on top of our head. So you let the meditation happen, and the Kundalini will guide us into this meditative state. There's no effort required, there's no focusing required. It all just happens for us, and we just have to sometimes step out of the way and let the mothering energy, the Kundalini, rise and be on our Sahasrara, on the seventh chakra, and take us into meditation. If your attention drops, just raise your attention up and place it on top of your head. Sometimes I find it's quite easy with your right hand. If you just raise it from the base of your spine, front of your body, just bring it up, place it on top of your head. And we just open our eyes slowly. And you become aware of your breathing slows down a little bit, and you feel a bit relaxed. And your thoughts do spare you and give you that silence. And that's a beautiful state to be in. And now to finish up this meditation, we go through the process again of raising a Kundalini. So the left hand comes in front, the right hand rotates in a clockwise direction, bring it up to the top of your head, tip your head up, and we tie a knot. The second time, bring up your Kundalini to the top of your head, head tipped up, and we tie 2 knots. And for the third time, it's 3 knots. These are for the 3 channels within us, the center, the left, and the right. And now for the bandhan, starting from the left side with your right hand over the top of your head, the right and back. That's 1. And we will do that 7 times. And that's for the 7 chakras, the 7 energy centers which are on our subtle system. And now if you just place your hands open and in front and see how you feel. Perhaps you may feel a little bit of cool breeze, a little bit on your palms. That's because it's connected with the Sahasrara chakra. Or you may also feel a little bit of heat or warmth coming out of your hands or tingling sensation. And that's okay, because as the Kundalini rises and she cleanses the chakras within us, often it's initially a little bit of heat that comes out as it cleanses. And then eventually it should settle down to a cool breeze within us. I shall pass this over to Lynn now. Thank you, Lynn. And if anyone has any questions or any comments to add, please feel free to do so.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, Gulshan. That was really nice. I hope you're all feeling that more strongly as we go along each day. And I was going to share with you a slide, which may be good to do so now, which has got the email and mobile number in case you want to share your email, and we can keep in touch. Entirely up to you, of course. Let me just share that slide that I didn't share with you before. Now, hopefully I'm actually sharing it. Up a bit. So that's the subtle system that we're talking about with your 3 channels and all of the chakras there. Clearing. And the point of me going here, which was to give you the email and mobile number, and of course the website where you can find lots of stuff. Another thing I'd like to show you is we've got, where you accessed this session today and every day, which is on the website. And we've also got a lot of resources there. So in case you wish, let me just cumbersomely find that for you. Okay, you're going to see how I do this, which is so if we go there, so this is the place for the 7 series for our beginners week, and then moving on to our intermediate and our advanced sessions. And way down the bottom here, so you can always catch up a session if you miss something. So all the sessions will be there, week 1, week 2, week 3. And then we've got all resources here. So if you want to have a look at any of those, you can. So it's probably a lot more there than what you actually need at the moment. But it's been collected over a number of beginners, intermediate and advanced series. So you can always find something there because it's already there. It is really very nice if you can meditate with a photograph of Sri Mataji, because obviously she has very strong vibrations, and as we all together have a strong meditation with all of our different stages of evolution, the more vibrations we can feel, the better. So you can get photographs here, and pretty much anything you need. Just thought I'd share that with you. And of course, you can join the session from this spot as well, which is freemeditation.com.au. You'll also find a worldwide section, and there are websites there for any of the countries that you're in. you will see a Sahaja Yoga meditation website where you can get information on physical classes as we're all opening up again now. You may be able to attend an in-person class. Certainly if you're in Canberra, Denise, we have started again our in-person classes at Belconnen. There will be another one on the other side of Canberra soon, but that's not happening yet. But Belconnen's happening. So Monday nights we're online and in person. So we multitask even more then.
Fabulous. Whereabouts is it?
Oh, Denise, yes, you haven't been there. It's the Wayfarers building in Belconnen.
Where's that?
Valley Way. It's opposite the gym. There's Sizac. There's a big swimming pool there.
Yeah.
Bowling as well, bowling club and McDonald's.
Yeah. And you can
there's McDonald's.
Yeah.
And there's church.
Yes.
Is that the Wayfarers building's the church?
No, the Wayfarers building's the big building.
Oh, the new one, about 5 years old.
Yeah. So on the ground floor at the back, opposite the car park, where there's an office that we use, and we have our live meditation there.
Oh, fabulous. All right.
6 p.m, the same time as the online class.
Okay. Fabulous. Thank you.
Join us there Monday night, Denise.
I feel like getting out from the four walls.
Angie, it'll be hard for you to make it to Belconnen because not only is it in Australia, but it's inland.
No, it works perfect for me at this time. Thank you.
Oh, great. Yeah, so if we can get into thoughtless awareness together every day, by the end of the week, you'll be feeling fabulous. So, I mean, the main thing is to just establish that habit, which doesn't take a lot, of raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in bandhan, sitting for a few minutes in the Sahasrara and finishing off by doing the same thing, raising our Kundalini, putting ourselves into bandhan. So good to do it ourselves, either before going to bed or first thing in the morning. And then, of course, these collective sessions are always a super duper whammy feeling of vibrations where we can all go into thoughtless awareness very easily together. But also a value to see our own growth by doing it ourselves. So just 5 or 10 minutes before going to sleep. Likewise, wake up a little bit earlier than you start your activities and just raise that Kundalini and be thoughtless for 5 minutes. So probably as long as it takes to brush your teeth.
Sounds good. I have a question.
Yes.
You know how you get your right hand, you keep your left hand like a karate chop, and then you go. Do you ever do the opposite? No, it's all the right hand that goes around the left hand.
No, we do the one way. Yeah. So
therefore the back and the front bizo, it's the same thing. The one way, the right hand, no, never the left hand.
It's always the right hand is the action side, even if you're left-handed.
Wow.
So the right hand is the one that does the winding. So the right side, you can remember it because your right side is your action. So put your right hand into action. Your left hand is your desire. So it's coming from a still place. So that is your desire is to raise up. So your left hand is raising up and the right hand you're giving it the run around. So it comes under and goes over, under and goes over.
Yep, fabulous. Thank you so much for clearing that up.
That's all right. We'll keep doing it every day, so you'll definitely get the hang of it.
Yeah, thanks. Great. I told my doctor about this service. I said, should tell your patients. It's so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Number off you.
We all need to get there. We all need to get to that stage of evolution. And when we all perfect ourselves, we can give that realization to everyone else. And ultimately, you know, maybe 100 monkeys or 100,000 monkeys, us, get enlightened, then automatically everyone else may get enlightened. Who knows?
I think it will. It'll go viral.
I'm holding everyone up because we've already reached 1 o'clock, and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, same time. feel free also to drop me a message or put your email into the chat message. If there's a chat message, I'll definitely get it. Otherwise, same place tomorrow. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks so much, Madhu.
Thank you, Madhu.
Again tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, Lynn, I've got another question. When you say put email, and is that for people who aren't on WhatsApp, or do you need the email for something else?
Oh no, if you're on WhatsApp, we can communicate there. But
Yeah, fine enough. Okay.
WhatsApp, which is fair enough.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, all. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Gulshan, for taking us through that lovely meditation.
That's my pleasure. Bye.
Bye. I'm just going to put on a slide because that's what I do. And I'll put a bit of music so we can. A bit of music.